So let's talk The Flash 2022, The Flash movie. We have some more set photos which aren't leaked. I don't really understand why people say these are leaked set photos. No, a leaked set photo would be coming from a closed stage, behind the scenes, at an actual studios. These are taken in the public, which just means they're set photos. And I do not agree with the narrative that's going around Twitter, etc., that says these most recent images of Ben Affleck's stunt double disproves every single leak with The Flash movie. Not really. As I've stated from the start, there was multiple scripts of this movie and they seem to be taking parts from each script to make a great script or something like that, because there were parts of scripts that I've seen that did include Ben Affleck suiting up. So it is interesting how everyone's instant to discredit the Reddit leak, although parts of the Reddit leak are still true because we can see stuff on set photos. So take everything with a grain of salt. So what is good, YouTube? Woostu here with a video on the Flash 2022 movie, which is getting more exciting and will do better now, because now the Snyderverse fans who seem to want to boycott the Flash movie, even though the Flash movie starts in the Snyder, I really don't get why, if you're a Snyderverse fan, that you have to boycott every single movie, but it is what it is. So we got some cool images and a actual set videos, a few set videos of what appears to be Ben Affleck's stunt double. Now it's not Ben Affleck, it's the stunt double with the Bat Cycle, which we've not seen before from Ben Affleck's variants of Bat. We've only seen him in the Batmobile. I don't really think we have seen him in the Bat Cycle from what I can remember. Now it is interesting, the suit is slightly different. There is no cape. That cape will be added in post-production, that's obvious. And the cowl does look slightly different and people are freaking out, but this really does look pretty cool. Now I'll overlay the video clip at some point, but you see right at the end of the road there is green screen, and it looks like at the front of the Bat Cycle that something will be added in post, and I am really impressed. It looks up pretty cool, but as we know, and as I kept alliterating, I kept saying, Ben Affleck wouldn't agree to do this movie until they rewrote parts that he asked about, which is interesting. So there's a lot of hate on Twitter. People are like, Ben is not going to be in the suit in the movie, and people are like, yeah, the leaks are completely wrong. Okay, leaks are never 100% true, but just look at Game of Thrones season 7 was on there, parts of WandaVision was on there, Black Widow literally plot leak on Reddit was right, Endgame parts were right, Infinity War parts were right, everything gets leaked, Mandalorian parts were right. So parts of the leak are right, parts of the leak are wrong, which is interesting. So also, we'll come back to Batfleck in a minute. There's some pretty cool images. We've got an image of Barry Allen looking at Barry Allen. Now, a lot of people seem to think this is Barry Allen's stunt double, but it's not. It could either or be a different variant of the Flash, Barry Allen, from Michael Keaton's Earth, or on Michael Keaton's Earth. Now, this is a crazy theory that I've just thought of as recording this. Barry Allen, Ezra Miller could be the reverse Flash. Now, this is a stretch. It's not as much as a stretch as everyone keep doing Spider-Man 3 content every single day of the week, though. But the other variants of Barry Allen has yellow. Is it reverse Flash? Is it Mr. E. Bardon, the reverse Flash? I mean, he's got a yellow jacket on. I mean, you comic book people seem to stretch everything. It's an Easter egg. It's actually reverse Flash. It's Barry talking to reverse Flash. Look, his hands are down. He's like, yo, you killed my mother. Henry Allen's, my dad's in jail because of it. And he's like, yo, yeah, Barry Allen, I'm gonna get my dad out. He didn't do it. You did it. No, it's probably just Barry Allen from Michael Keaton's Earth, to be fair. But I thought I'd add it in there because it is pretty interesting. And also something I want to bring up is something I found online which is really interesting about the whole restore the Snyderverse, and apparently a bunch of DC YouTubers are backtracking. No, just at the moment with restore the Snyderverse, the Discovery merger, David Slaskoff and all this kind of stuff, it will take a very long time. So I don't know if some people were taking what I said when I made a video saying the Snyder Cut is dead and buried. That was me joking, trolling. But if you actually had the common courtesy and the freaking respect, you would see in the video I say that the Snyderverse will still be restored. It's just at a standstill point. So a lot of people are getting confused because these shots are taken in Glasgow of Gotham City. There's going to be two different Gotham cities. There's going to be Michael Keaton's, which is going to be set in the Tim Burton universe, and there's going to be the DCEU Batfleck version of Gotham City, which will be the present day. Now, we know this movie is going to start in the past. He's going to run and create a new timeline, the Flashpoint paradox of some variants of it. We know it's going to pull from Kingdom Come. This movie should, on paper, be so freaking epic. It could be one of the greatest comic book movies ever. Yeah, your boy Warstu freaking said it. On paper, because you got the Tim Burton version, his universe, you got the Gotham there, you got the DCEU. Batfleck's in it. He's in the Bat Cycle, or at least the stunt double is. So that's pretty freaking cool. So the fact they've allowed Batfleck to come out on the suit has made a lot of these Snyderverse. I'm not watching the Flash movie because it's Walter Hamada, and you know, people talk about Hamada Burger. I don't really get it. If you don't like Walter Hamada, cool. It doesn't really affect anything else, but it is interesting how these people who weren't going to watch The Flash, but now Batfleck's in it, you're going to watch it. So you're backtracking because Batfleck's suiting up, you're going to watch it. But when Batfleck was just going to be talking to Ezra Miller, The Flash, describing and telling him how he could go back in time and essentially stop his mother from being killed and all that kind of stuff, I still believe we are going to get more Bruce Wayne out of the suit than we are going to get him in the suit. But it is interesting. It is interesting. And I purposely did not make this video the day the information dropped, which was like the day ago, the day before today, because I wanted to see what else came out and what the general vibe on Twitter is. And the general vibe on Twitter is I was like, yeah, the Flash leaks are fake. The Flash leaks are fake. I remember when Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of the Skywalker, and everyone like said them plot leaks were fake, but they turned out to be real. Now, the thing with plot leaks is just because the plot leaks didn't say that Batfleck suits up and didn't say that Eban Thawne actually talks to Ezra Miller the Flash and Ezra Miller the Flash on Michael Keaton's Earth is actually Reverse Flash, although that's actually a theory that I've made up just now. So if anyone says that it's their theory, no, I've literally just made this up right now. Is plot leaks don't ever say 100% of it. And there is variance. There's a few different scripts that have been going around. There was a dark script that Ezra Miller personally worked on. So I believe it will be an interpretation of a bunch of different storylines. It will be DC Rebirth the Flash. It will be Kingdom Come. It will be Crisis on Infinite Earth. And then it'll be whatever the Machetes want to bring to it in their own kind of prerequisite. But Andy Machete has said that every kind of thing that's come before this, the Tim Burton stuff, the Christian Bale stuff, everything in DC anthology, history, mythology, it all exists in this movie and it still will. So it's a movie for everyone. It's not specifically under one kind of Walter Hamadaverse, because Walter Hamada is also an EP on the Black Adam movie, but people are like, yeah, The Rock's an EP. Yeah, but Walter Hamada, because he's head of DC, he's still on it. So Walter Hamada will be attached to every single project. I don't care what Mr. Super Duper fake website Fancy Scooper says. Walter Hamada isn't going anywhere, at least for the next year or so. So Walter Hamada is still going to be there. The fact that Batfleck's in this tells us that maybe there is a possibility from that point of view that maybe Batfleck can get the Batfleck movie. As far as we know, everything that was getting greenlit was put on hold by Toby Emmerich. Now, this is not a backtrack, although some people don't understand how things work. Be like, yeah, well, so you backtrack. No, I'm not. All I'm just about to say right now is the latest that I've heard is everything that was going forward has been put on hold due to this merge. So make that what you want. The Snyderverse is never going to be dead and buried. It'll always exist, but in theory at the moment, everything is put on hold. But in the leaked, now I can't show this because this is actually leaked from DC Properties, the leaked featurette from the up-and-coming DC Fandom event, Barry Allen, Ezra Miller, the Flash himself did say there's going to be multiple Batmans in this movie. So some people seem to think this isn't Batfleck. It's clearly Batfleck. There's going to be lots of different Batmans. He said that. We already know there's going to be Ezra Miller, the Flash, Grant Gustin from the CW verse. Really cool guy. I really have a lot of respect for that show, but I don't watch it anymore. I do think he's going to be in it. It was rumored he was in London, but there was no... This is what it makes me laugh when it comes to like people appearing and stuff. If Grant Gustin flew to England, we would know about it. Just like the same way as if, you know, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield all were in Atlanta at the same time. We'd know about it, yet there's no set photo. So the fact that Ezra Miller hasn't been shot with Grant Gustin does not mean it's not happening, because no one knew that Ezra Miller went to Vancouver or went to LA and did it in the studio to shoot his cameo for the Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover. So I'm very interested in this movie. I'm really interested in it. And the thing that's interesting is a lot of people that weren't interested in this are now interested in it. It looks pretty cool. And from the other set photos we went over in the most previous video to do with the Flash, we got to see the Batcave. We got to see other pictures of Barry Allen versus Flash talking to each other, but I don't know if I can show them images because that's a proper leak. It's not just a shooting in public kind of leak. And this is the reason why I waited to the following day, being Tuesday morning, to post it to see if there's any other video clips or pictures that got released on Instagram, on Twitter. But like always, guys, if you want me to cover stuff, just shoot me a message or tag me in something on Instagram at WarStew, or on the WarStew hashtag, WarStewverse, or on Twitter, WarStewG, or try and DM me on there. And I do cover a lot of stuff. I can't always cover everything. And sometimes I get criticism because I don't get to stories the day it's dropped. I get to it a few days later. That's because I pick and choose what content I make. The channel is pop culture based, but I make the content when I want to make it. And usually if I don't make content straight away, like I could have made this instantly yesterday when it came out, is I wanted to see what else came out before jumping it. Because the problem is if you jump on a story instantly, then something else comes out with the story that's even bigger. You've got to make 2 videos when you could have just made 1 video. So I like to sit on something for a day or so, see what else drops, then drops it. Yeah, I'm really fascinated about this movie. I do believe some of the information in the initial leaks were fake, but I know from behind the scenes that some of the information was definitely real real, but everyone's going to use this forced agenda that because Batfleck's suiting up, that discredits the whole thing. Well, Game of Thrones Season 7 was right on Reddit. Mandalorian, so many things have been right on Reddit. Never discredit a Reddit leak because Reddit gets stuff right more than Twitter super duper scoopers do. So, like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at WarStew. That would be very much appreciated. Really want to try and get to 30,000 followers on Instagram. That would be cool. Also, check us out on Twitter, WarStewG, aka WarStew. And I will catch you in that next video, guys, very soon. Catch ya later.